to make these 6-piece burr puzzles. An easy, quick project. You can churn these babies out by the dozen. Alright, this puzzle consists of 6 identical pieces. And each has a pair of notches that, if measured from the corner, is a right angle. Start with a square linear rod, such as this one. The way it's laid out is on one side you need to draw the notches at 55 degrees. And an adjustable bevel gauge here, set at 55 degrees. So what I'll do is I'll lay it on the edge of the wood, draw my first mark, turn it over. Where that mark ends, I'm going to start the next mark, okay? Then just a hair past where that ends there, I'm going to draw the next one. And over and the final mark here. So these are the cutaway sections. Then it'll be cut off there, so that's one of these 6 pieces. So this here is 55 degrees. Okay? Same with here, here, and here. These notches, however, if these are measured, that angle is 70 degrees, okay? Because it was cut, stood on a corner. So once that angle is projected, then it becomes 90 degrees from the corners, okay? I am making a bunch of these at this scale. Now these are 11/16 inch square. So I can lay them out quickly and consistently. I made a gauge here, or a template, and all that is it allows me to mark where I'm going to have notches. But keep in mind, a template will only work for a specific size blank. Okay? And keep in mind also that each piece is approximately 3.5 times the length of the piece's width. So I start with a piece that's 14 3/4 long. Then I can trim as needed. Okay, so I'm going to start off. See, I want to have that cut off square there. All right, so I can lay the template here, and with this method, all I've got to do really is just mark these peaks. Oops. And indicate where it is being cut off. There, and then once I've got 6 of these laid out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then I can use that to quickly transfer my marks to another piece. It's time to cut out our notches now. Now, these easily could be cut with a back saw or any other hand saw, but I'm going to do it on a bandsaw. Now, you could use a piece of scrap cut at a 45-degree angle and use that as a guide to make your cuts. Though I am going to use a jig here I made, and it has got a pair of runners that ride in the slots. All right, and it's got these overlays which are indexed by 2 dowels, and they'll hold the stock on corner just like that, and it'll hold it at a 45-degree angle to my line of cut. Then to take off that overlay, it's set on that one, and I can make all the cuts in the opposite direction. a test fit shows that the one I did using the template fits great. But the one I did, okay, it does not go together. At this point here, okay, where the two notches come together, don't go to a point like we did here and here. Instead, you want to leave a little gap there. I'm going to sand it, and you sand it lightly. Don't sand it a lot, okay? Because it fits together great now. So just barely sand all the faces, then sand the ends, then chamfer the edges and corners at the ends, then lightly ease those edges along the grain. All right, void sanding the notches if at all possible, and light touch at the sander. Okay, I am going to sand it with a 180 grit belt. A coat of linseed oil. And in about 10 or 15 minutes or so, I'll give them a wipe down with a clean, dry rag, just to remove any excess oil that did not soak in to the wood. The assembly is quite easy, as I'll show you. The key is to stick the center point against the other center points. Okay, so I'm going to hold one like this, we'll lay another so it's like that. The center point touching center point. So then a third one, its center point is going to meet those two. So I'll just lay it in there just like that. Now I've got three of them in hand. The center points all meet up to each other. Okay, but now I'm going to do the same thing there so far. Okay, and the last piece here is going to go in there. So the center points all meet each other. Center points all meet, and the two verticals here are both towards me. Okay. So I've got them like that. I just twist it, and they'll go right into each other, just like that. Okay. All right, check that out. Isn't that nice? Now that's the one that earlier was too tight and could not be assembled, and it turns out it was actually closer than I thought it was. Because all I had to do to fix it was to take a single blade's curve off of the outside slope on each piece. Okay, so just there and there. I did not change those cuts there, only the outside, and I kept the angle. Okay, until next time. Thanks for watching. Now, if you wouldn't mind seeing yourself out, you know, I've got a little read-in to catch up on. Awkward.